Hello, Bella Mafia. Thank you for coming back to my channel. We are in Plano, Texas, and we are about to meet with Dr. Raphael, who specializes in facial feminization surgery. We're here at the American Institute for Plastic Surgery, and I'm about to get snatched. I'm going to undergo facial feminization. So you guys stay tuned. This is the pre-op appointment. Come on, follow me in.
Tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
And so all we're going to be doing tomorrow is going to be the brow, correct?
Yes, we were going to do the hairline advancement and the brow shave and the brow lift. Now, a couple questions that I have for you and what my concerns are. I feel like when I pull my hair back, I have more of a square hairline. So, and especially more so here in the temple area, I wanted to achieve more of a rounded lower hairline. And as far as my brow bone is concerned, I would want something that's more like flat from the profile, like right in between my eyes. And I don't know if you can tell here, it's almost like an indentation. I would want that to be as flat as possible.
Okay.
And then with the brow lift, I don't know if this is possible, but I kind of want
A little sweep back.
like a snatch to it, you know, to give my face kind of some symmetry. That's just kind of what I was looking for, because for a really long time I suffered, you know, from, you know, like dysphoria with my forehead, because I feel like it's kind of masculine.
Right.
And when I look in the mirror, that's what I really feel like that's the most masculine physical like attribute that I have, is like this area. So I want to soften that, and of course, you know, make it as smooth as possible.
So let's talk about the things that we can and can't do. You've got a beautiful face, gorgeous smile. Love it. Hold here. So let's talk about this, because our approach is going to be one where we're going to make an incision here, sort of like a hockey stick, okay? And it'll go to this point. At this point, we're going to start weaving along your hairline, and then do the same thing on the other side. We'll elevate everything, and then we'll do our recontouring, okay? The only thing that limits us, because we're going to be doing in you a type 1, so it'll limit based on your sinuses, okay? So I'll take it down as much as I can, of course, respecting the sinuses, okay? I also like to take a little bit of this as well to create a little bit more of that sweep. And you're right, when we go and do the brow lift, I'll try and give you a little bit of that sweat back look, which I like as well. Yeah,
because I mean, and don't hesitate, because I would want it to be, I don't know.
It won't keep the tension you want.
It won't?
No.
Okay.
In other words, it's easy with your hands to hold anything, you know? But it's just like the 70-year-old lady who's got all sorts of skin things, and she says, look how beautiful I look. Well, the problem is, you know, you can hold your hands there, but you can't go in and elevate that and expect it to stay over the long run, but we'll do as much as we can. Now, let's talk about the advancement. Because here we're going to do, again, what I can safely do. Because I can't put your hair, Belle, under a huge amount of tension. So we'll do some mobilization front and back, and we'll advance as much as we can. How much really depends on the mobility of your scalp. But we'll get as much as we can. Then down the road, we can always do hair restoration. I don't know if you noticed, I just did that about a week and a half ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I do notice it now.
So I didn't have it. I had hardly no hair here. And so I had 2,000 grafts put in, totally bringing my hair to a normal place. Obviously, in my case, you know, my hairline's not going to be as low as yours will ever be. But the idea is whatever we can't make up, we can come back later and make up with hair grafting.
Hair grafting, okay, awesome.
Yeah, and we take that from behind here, we take them individually and then just plant them.
Okay, and then typically when you're doing a hairline advancement, I know everyone is different. Is it, how many centimeters do you usually take it, or is it just?
Depends, like I told you. In other words, I've had cases where, my gosh, I can maybe advance 1.5 centimeters. I've had other cases I can advance 3 centimeters. You know, so I will advance as much as your face will allow me.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. That's a good answer. Yeah. I'm excited.
Me too.
And then I know this doesn't really have anything to do with the procedure, but like just for you, is there anything else that you would feel that would make me more beautiful or more feminine?
Well, the next thing on my list would be the chin.
The chin.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So the chin is going to be super, super big, right? From a feminizing standpoint.
Because I did that before.
Yeah, I think we can
do it again.
Yeah, because we really need to recontour that, you know, and just get it tapered.
And
so
what do you do for that procedure? We
go through the inside. Actually, we'll cut off sections of your bone, of the lower mandible, of the chin area. And sometimes I'll actually take a piece of that bone and use it as a little graft to get you like a little taper, which is really kind of cute. And so, so we'll do that. But I think that'll be a biggie. The other thing is the relationship here in the middle of the face is important from a femme standpoint. And notice we tend to be a little flat here, which is a little bit male-ish. So we can go in and put a small little implant here. Maybe at some point tweak the nose, you know, if it's something that you say, well, I really want my nose to be nice and feminine, a little kind of cutesy, if you would, but elegant. Then what we can do is do that along with shortening this distance a little bit.
Got it. Because I had an alar base reduction, and I kind of had the same feel. I kind of wanted it a little more defined in the tip, not really on my bridge.
No, it's not your bridge. But see, notice your tip has no support.
Right.
That's why it kind of hangs, and when you smile, it widens. Okay. And so what we do is we'll actually do a cadaver cartilage graft, because you're missing the tent pole that gives you that nice little tip. And so what we'll do is we'll contour that for you. We'll take this down a little bit, narrow your bones, bring in your tip, and then bring that in just a little bit more, and then shorten this distance. That looks super sexy. So
when you say shorten the distance, what do you mean? Is that like
do what we call a lip lift? Yes, because this distance in the male is longer than in the female. And it also, as we get older, it gets longer. So I do tons of lip lifts on cis girls even as they age. You know, so it's very important to get this part kind of cute and sexy with a little sexy upturn. Okay?
Got it.
And then a little bit of that cheekbone would be nice. And then the nose is kind of a big deal. So I think the nose and this are kind of two big deals for me.
So for you, that's what you would recommend going forward.
Yeah.
Now for the, would that be a rhinoplasty procedure?
Yeah. It'd be what we call a rhinoplasty with a strut graft, cadaveric strut graft, and then an alar base.
Okay, so you would actually make incisions here and open the nostril out.
Yes.
Got it. And then
we'd narrow your bones, take this bridge down just a little bit, and bring your tip out.
Got it. And then for the chin, is that done through the
mouth?
mouth?
Inside of the mouth.
Got it. Because that's how I did it my first time.
Yeah. But I think recontouring that just a little more would be lovely.
A little more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it big.
And how long does that usually take a procedure like that when you're doing it?
So if we do, you mean like all of these things or just one in particular?
Well, I just like everything. Let's say everything.
So if we do the nose with all the things we're talking about, the chin, recontouring this, the lip, you're probably talking about 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. Got you. Yeah. And then the hairline advancement and everything that we're doing tomorrow.
That'll take about 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, that's not long at all.
No, it's not too bad.
Okay, awesome.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it all makes sense because everything that you're saying is things that I was thinking of because, you know, when I look in the mirror, this is my main concern, of course, because I feel like this is like the feature that, you know, people can kind of notice more that may be a little more masculine. But yeah, I was also thinking about that as well, as far as my chin, just making it a little more like a V taper.
Yep, exactly.
You know, because I did undergo a procedure with Dr. Harrison, and it was my first jaw and chin reduction. And then after time it healed, I kind of was like, well, I would want it a little more V-shaped, but then I'm like, I don't know if I would want to go through that again because when I did get it done, I was so swollen for such a long period of time. So I was like, I'm not sure if that's really super important right now. But yeah, that was my main focus. And then of course, like the nose, those are like my two main things I was...
Yeah. But honestly, you got lovely features to work with.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Look forward to taking care of you tomorrow.
I look forward to it as well.
All right, sweetie. We'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
All right.
Bye.
Y'all are free to go.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. See y'all in the morning.
See you in the morning. Thank you guys for viewing. I will see you guys in the morning and give you updates.